So yesterday we got some Edge of Fate previews from content creators selected by Bungie. Now, of course, obviously, I wasn't selected. Is what it is. I'm not gonna, I wasn't expecting to be honest. But yeah, I watched Datto's videos. I'll link that in a playlist down below. And I want to talk about a lot of stuff in this one. This isn't scripted. I don't know how long it's be, but there is a ton of good stuff here. And frankly, I don't really have to say much bad that is worthwhile at the moment. Everything is kind of speculation when it comes to the bad, so won't really mention it too much. The preview was pretty solid from these creators, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what fully is released and what these articles will be dropping as we build closer towards the Edge of Fate. As we do that, we will have more content. Right Order 9 is going to be active up until the Edge of Fate, so I do expect videos tied to that. Build videos, I think that's going to be on halt for a little bit because you'll see Armor 3.0. A lot of stuff going on, so if you guys don't want to miss that stuff, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified on when I do drop more content, because yeah, we got a lot of stuff planned as we inch closer, and of course when the Edge of Fate drops. So first up, want to say one thing. This update is looking to be a big facelift for the franchise. There's a lot of changes here. Armor 3.0, how stats work, rewards like tiers of armor and tiers of weapons. It is insane. Now, the good thing about these facelift changes is that seemingly this is all going to be free to play stuff. You can get just playing the game. You don't need Edge of Fate. Now, of course, some of the new stuff, you will need the expansion, but yeah, I'm really seeing what Bungie stated when they said they want to focus less on the juice of the expansions and making sure these updates facelift and improve the core game of Destiny. Weapon tiers, Armor 3.0 with stats, armor having their own little set and what purpose they can fulfill. Huge changes. I think the biggest thing I took away, especially from the Datto stats video with Armor 3.0 talked about too, is that build crafting is reaching a new level in Destiny, and I'll be honest, this is long overdue. Now, builds in Destiny were fairly simple, but it is going to be exciting as a content creator getting into the nitty gritty and trying to also include stats and give you guys even more information about what does what. This type of stuff I absolutely love, and I'm thoroughly really excited to see what builds we can cook on the channel when the Edge of Fate drops. Armor 3.0, this changes the stats. Incredible. Now, the big stuff that's changing with stats is you can go past 100. And this brings wild buffs. For melee stats, we are seeing increases to our melee damage. Same thing with our grenade stat. Super regen, or the super stat, seemingly is huge in terms of your super regen. And when you go past 100, we're talking about increasing your super damage. They're adding a weapon stat that can increase reload and things like that. And once you get past 100, you are also increasing your damage. Now, what does that mean for PvP? Well, GG's, we're screwed, but they are really doing a ton of changes where I would arguably say that when it comes to the fundamentals of loot in Destiny and gear and build crafting, this is Destiny 3 level of changes, and kudos to Bungie because seemingly all these changes are going to be free. Yes, there's the paid expansion and things like that, or expansions, but this is a remarkable facelift for the game. One that is very much needed. Another thing they're going to be changing up a bit is going to be how power is working. Now, from what Datto said, it seems like we won't be seeing any cap to our daily grind. So if you want to try to max out your power in 3 weeks or 3 days, go ahead. Yeah, they're going to basically lift the cap on how much power you can gain. Now, they're also resetting us down to 10. What does this mean? Is not much. It's just going to be numbers you see, and I guess you could say the lower and the smaller the numbers, the more simple it is to translate to new players. So I think that is a very solid change that is long overdue. In general, there is seemingly some of that character wipe stuff you can see in Diablo, and what I mean is power. It seems that every update or mid-season update, every 6 months or give or take, or wait, yeah, no, every 6 months, we're going to be seeing a big reset to our power. And mainly, I think they said the max is 400, 450. Once that happens, you'll go all the way down to 200. Now, on everything underneath that, you'll build up in the expansion, stuff like that. But these are some wild changes. It does concern me a little bit when it comes to just the grind of power, because that is something that has been an issue, and I guess Bungie has never really nailed. But I do think bringing some grind back to the game is going to be very helpful for players. I know a lot of people complain about not having time and things like that, and sure, but that's where the portal comes in, and the portal is a great feature that Datto was showing off that just streamlines the game in a nice way. Now, yes, there is a knock. It's not the destination tab. The destination tag makes the world of Destiny feel more whole, more inclusive, and massive. Yeah, that's true, but I really much like what the portal's offering. I like the UI of explaining the changes you are doing to the content and how you are making it more challenging, what is going to be your end goal grade you want to chase, and what will reward you if you get there. A lot of great stuff here. And finally, I'll mention this. Some of the weapon archetype stuff, a shotgun hand cannon is wild. A rocket assisted pulse is wild. Yeah, there's tons of good changes here for this that honestly, I wasn't expecting Bungie to fully do. I know they mentioned it, but I'm more of a wait and see guy. The content we saw from those content creators was massive. Again, I mainly saw the Datto one. I will link the, I guess, playlist or his channel down below. You guys know Datto and stuff like that. I pretty much watch his videos right there when it came to the content stuff. I'm curious to hear what you guys think on this. I understand when it comes to a paid content sense that this could feel like it is on undercutting some stuff. Also, we didn't really see the paid content stuff. Everything here, mainly besides exotics, which, mind you, Hammer of Soul or the hammer from Solar Titan, I can now use an exotic to pull back like I'm Thor. Incredible. We'll see how things go, and that should be a fun one to build around based off some of the stats. But yeah, I get the knock people you might say about the paid content, but honestly, the overall free stuff that's going to be updating the game, some of those changes that are just not paywalled, massive changes, and I'm really excited for when this expansion drops. But yeah, like I said before, want to hear what you guys have to say. If you guys enjoyed, found this video informative, be sure to drop this video a like, helps with the video a ton. And of course, like I said before, for more content for myself, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified on when I do drop more content. But besides that, that's pretty much all I have to say on this one. I'm gonna go to sleep. Thank you guys for watching. It is greatly appreciated. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.